Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Jose Show. So today I decided to do something a little different, just a little headshot video. So I want to get some stuff off of my chest, and it's always easier to just jump on here, press record, and then go to it. I really shoot myself in the foot sometimes when I just don't record the stuff that's on the dome right there on the spot. So for you content creators out there, if you're looking to create and you're feeling stuck, just turn on the camera, hit record. Sometimes, the inspiration comes off of the head. But all right, let's get right into what I'm talking about today. Is women always want to comment or talk about their past relationships more than men do. So let me tell you what I mean about that. Man and woman together for 15 years, married, children, everything, house, the whole 9 yards. You know, let's say in this scenario, they just break up. It's a mutual thing. They both want to do it, right? So what happens is 9 times out of 10, let's say if it's a mutual breakup, the man doesn't care, especially, if he's about his thing, he has this shit going on. He's not going to talk bad about the mother of his children. He's basically going to be like, hey, we broke up. It's all good, right? Women tend to sit here and just throw all that baggage out and say, hey, I wasn't happy when I was with him. He was the worst this, he was the worst that. I did this to him. I like all this stuff to degrade the man. And what you guys are doing is you're teaching that to your children. Like the if you have a daughter or a son, they see how you are bringing down this man. And even the children lose respect for their dad a lot of times because of how the woman speaks so bad about her ex all the time. I've seen this happen. And then the children, the man is always going to do his part. If he's a good man, if he's a value man, if he is about his shit, he's going to raise his children. He's going to take care of his kids regardless of the situation. He's not going to badmouth his woman in any point or time. But there's some situations where you have to put a woman in her place. You have to tell her, you know what? I was there for you. I made you who you are today. I held you down. I brought you from nowhere and, was a family man, was with you for more than just a day or a week or a month or two, valued you for the woman that you are, not for your looks, not for anything other than the human being that you are inside, because I got to know you. I fell in love with you. And then basically I, raised a family with you. If things ended, whether it was her choice or his, I think that you should look back at the history that you shared. Because if you're sharing a year, 2, 5, 10, 15 years with a person and you build something with them, whether it's, having children or anything, there shouldn't be any regrets. Even if it turned out to be what it was, some women said he was abusive, he was controlling. That's bullshit. Realistically, a man is going to tell you how he feels comfortable with what you're doing. And if you don't agree with it and it puts him in a situation where he's now having to work extra hard to obtain the things that he has just because you're not listening or you're not doing the things you're doing, that's the kind of shit that ends relationships. So, my advice to a lot of these men and women out there, this goes for all of you guys, is that you seriously should consider keeping your mouth shut after you break up with a person. Shouldn't badmouth them. Should just treat it for what it is. I know that there's a lot of emotions, involved, but just remember, for the women who talk, about their exes once they break up, that person is the father of your children, and one day they're going to grow up and treat their children the same. So you're just, doing the cycle over and over. You're tarnishing your bloodline. You're going to raise men and women who don't respect their spouses. So I think that we are living in a generation where, parents are the ones who are giving the worst advice to their children. And also, they're sitting here bad mouthing. I mean, women love to talk, women love to gossip. So I think that women do it more than men. Yeah, I'm not saying men are not guilty of this shit, but definitely women are the ones who start the gossip. Women are the ones who want to break up with the man. 90% of divorce is initiated by the woman because they live in this false reality. That's the fact. Right now, there's not even a statistic out there that proves us wrong about this situation. Women are out there trying to get the most out of this. And yes, they have a lot more opportunity than men right now because they have a lot more resources. If it was up to women, they would never have a man. If every woman in the world had money, they wouldn't believe in marriage. They wouldn't believe in anything. They would be for themselves. Women are very selfish when it comes to the things they have, right? Even down to their man, their finances, all their stuff. They're very selfish when it comes to that. Once they obtain those things, they feel like they don't need anything. So you ever notice when a woman gets her body done, boobs, tits, all that stuff, she feels like she just won the lotto, like she's a millionaire, like she is the walking princess of the world and she can have anything. And that's basically the mentality that we're showing the women of this world, is that, hey, go get your body done and you're going to be able to land a man. But then they figure out, wait a minute, this man wanted me for my body, for my boobs and my butt, but then he doesn't like anything I do. He doesn't like anywhere I go. We don't like the same things. It's because men can sit here and be physically attracted to a woman and not worry about anything that she says. Like, she can have an hour conversation with you and you're going to be thinking about the NBA game and who's winning, who's playing tonight, what are your boys doing while she's talking. And you're just, zoned out in another place and you're just being agreeable with her because you're not interested in anything other than her body. So this is the situation that we're dealing with in today's world. And I think it all initiates by, the lack of respect in the relationship once you're not with that person. If you're not with that person, don't bring them up again. And if you have children with them, keep them in that parent space. There's no need to talk negative about the father or mother of any children unless the children is coming out of their mouth. Let them be the judge. Be the best dad you can be the best mom you can be, but you got to let them be the judge of your character after you're not with that person. So yeah, man, this is one of my spiels. I'm going to start doing this a little bit more often. Maybe I'll get a better mic. But don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notifications. The Jose Show, we keep inventing content all the time. Switching it up. Let's go.